Right. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, I am so excited. So this is going to be session 3 of Helping Others. And I'm Mrs. Newkirk. I'm the school social worker here at Lena Dunn. And you guys are in my office again. So I have a special guest again, another adult in our building. So I have Mr. Waggoner. So welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you. You guys have seen him definitely in around our building.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so very excited to have you. So a lot of students are new to our buildings. They probably have seen your face. They may have heard your name, but today we're gonna take a little step further and learn a little bit more about you. And some kids might have some things in common with you, and some of them will probably learn a couple new things about you that they didn't know before. So I'm excited. All right, so here we go. How long have you been at Lena Dunn?
This will be my second year as the Dean of Students.
Second year, and that you're the Dean of Students. And I'm going to ask you another question. It's not on the list that I sent you, so I'm sorry. What's your favorite part of your job? Because when I think of your job, you have lots of things that you do in the building, very similar to Miss Lobeck. She's got lots of responsibilities. So what's one of the things that you love about your job here at Lena Dunn?
I love to see how everyone works together to solve problems. I'd like to see adults that really care about kids, and when kids are struggling, I get to be involved with parents, and we're all working together to make sure that kids are successful.
And that's honestly all that we want, like to be successful. So
Yeah.
I definitely see that in you. Yeah, kind of pulling us all together to help each other. So
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Takes a village.
It does. Takes a little bit of everything. Okay, and so would that probably be your favorite part about being at Lena Dunn then?
My favorite part is that everyone in this building is willing to help out in any way that they can, because we just care about the success of kids so much.
Or even little things like duties or covering my class, or I mean that it kind of happens seamlessly. It just happens.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you need. There are always people here that are willing to help out in any way that they possibly can.
I agree.
And
Yeah.
I think Miss Lobeck has done a fantastic job of making sure that she has the right people in the right places, and
She's got a specialty of that.
she's really good at it.
Yeah. So now I want to get in a little bit more about you too. Do you have any siblings?
I have 2 sisters and 4 stepsisters.
So you're the only boy.
I'm the only boy.
I wonder if any of the students have that. And
There's probably several.
Yeah.
I was actually talking to a 3rd grader today who told me that there are 3 girls and 1 boy in her house. And I was like, that poor boy. 'Cause I
you get it.
understand. Yeah.
You totally get it. I
do.
like that. And then kids.
We are expecting our first kid.
I am so excited about this.
He's due August 27th. And
That's a couple of days away.
that's pretty close, yeah. And his name will be Theodore Jett. We'll call him Theo.
Theo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That'll be his name.
Theo Waggoner, I like it.
Mhm.
Oh, baby snuggles. And this is your first baby, right? You and your wife?
Yep, this is our first.
Oh, it's the best. I'm very
That's
excited.
what they keep telling me.
Yes. And so, do you have any animals?
We have
Give
2
some-
dogs,
Uh-huh.
Sunny and Ruby, and we have 2 cats, Flower and Felix. Flower is a black cat. We wanted to have a bright name, so we called her Flower.
I like that.
And then we have 6 chickens.
You have chickens. I don't think a lot of the students will know this about you.
Probably not.
You have 6 chickens.
We have 6 chickens.
Okay. And do you primarily take care of the chickens, your wife, or do you guys take turns?
It's a team effort. We both take care of all of them equally. We're a team.
Do you put them in, do they go to bed at night? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, they have like a little closed-in area that they can walk around and play in during the day, and then they have a little coop and they put themselves to bed every night. And then when the sun goes down and they're in bed, I just lock the door, and then in the morning I open it up and they go back out and run around.
I love it. That's pretty cool. I'm just curious of how many students knew that you had chickens.
And there's a kid, Joshua, and he is a kid here that
Yes.
he always talks to me about his chickens that he used to have, and he has a lot of different animals. But he's one of the reasons that I wanted to get chickens, because he always talked about how he liked taking care of them, and he was just always got excited about it. And so
these chickens are new.
we got them in May.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
That's exciting. So a student here inspired you to get some chickens, and you and your wife just took off with it.
Yeah. Yep.
I like it. That is really cool. Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome.
And what is your hobby? We had a lot of time off from school, and so it's been really interesting to hear. I think I shared the first time that I actually learned some new things that I like to do that I didn't know that I enjoyed. What about you? Do you have like a certain hobby? Did you learn something new, a new hobby over our time off?
I like to keep busy. I like to be outside. I spend a lot of time gardening and taking care of the chickens. I like to do some woodworking stuff. I like to build some things.
Okay.
I really like to cook. My wife and I like to cook together.
What's your favorite dish that you guys cook?
My favorite thing that my wife makes is chicken broccoli rice casserole. It's just chicken and broccoli and like a rice packet and a whole bunch of sour cream. And it's like when I have a stressful day, and I'll call her and be like, "Can we have that tonight?"
That's your comfort food.
It's my comfort food. Yeah.
And she usually makes it for you.
Every single time.
What a nice wife you have.
She's better than I deserve. She's wonderful.
Well, that's very sweet. And then, so now we're going to talk about, you've been here for a couple of years, second year. All of us this year especially, we're talking a lot on helping others about our ACEs. And these ACEs are adults in our life that sometimes it's your parents, sometimes it's other people you've met along the way that just make this really strong impact on your life. So we've talked about, we have 4 main ACEs, Kids at Hope, the Ace of Hearts, the Ace of Clubs, Ace of Spades, and Ace of Diamonds. If you could think of, and you don't have to put them in a category just yet, but if you could think of as a child looking back on it, who would one of your ACEs be? Do you have one in mind?
Can I share 2?
Of course, we'd love to hear. Yes.
So the first one, probably the most important one, was my stepdad.
Okay, so he would be your Ace of Hearts.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys that he just always liked to help people and make sure that people were taken care of. He always made sure that dinner was cooked every night on the table when my mom got home from work, because she had busy days trying to get everything taken care of. And he just made me a better person, and he just taught me like how to deal with conflict and what to do when you are upset.
He was a good positive male role model for you.
He was awesome. Yeah, I could not have asked for a better situation than what my stepdad helped me have.
That's awesome.
And then my second one, I had a teacher.
Ooh.
She was the same. I had her for kindergarten, and then I had her for 5th grade.
Okay.
And she had 2 kids, and they were always like in and out of the classroom, and they were around our age. So she just got it. She just understood us, and I don't really always remember like certain things that happened. I just know that she always made me feel really important. And actually, when I became a teacher, after my first year of teaching, I sent her an email and I said,
"Oh, I love this.
I really appreciate everything that you did for me." And so I had her for kindergarten and 5th grade, so this was quite a time later. And
did she remember you?
She said, "I always knew that you were going to do something with your life that was really important." And she said, "I can tell that you were always really caring and compassionate, and you wanted to make the world a better place. And I'm glad that you were able to find a job that helped you do that." So.
That is awesome. That is really cool. And she remembered who you were. And
oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, my mom still lives in the town that I grew up in. And she still sees her at like Walmart and stuff, and she still asks. She had my sister also, so my younger sister. So she still asks how we're doing, and she like keeps track of us on Facebook, and she's just a good human.
And what's interesting is we had the second session, we had another teacher in here, and she said that one of her ACEs was also another teacher, and she's in education. One of your ACEs is also a teacher, and you're in education. Like, there might be something to that, right?
She's probably the reason that I became a teacher, because I hope that I can make kids feel the way she made me feel. I always felt really important, and I always felt really valued and needed, and I want to be able to help kids feel the same way.
Well, I do want to just branch off of that and tell you that I did, many of the kids watching 3rd through 6th grade, we did interviews, and you and Miss Lobeck were mentioned multiple times and a lot of times the classroom teacher as well, as a safe adult that they could talk to. So I feel like that impact is working.
That's good. That's the most important thing to me, is that when kids come in here, they feel safe.
And heard and validated. And
Yep.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now we're going to get to our SEL skill of the week. It is our social emotional learning time, and I just like to spend just a couple of minutes on something short. A lot of times you don't really have to have any materials to do these things. Just kind of get our brain focused and ready to go. This time we're going to do a little bit of a brain break activity.
Okay.
And I thought it would be fun if we would try it together.
Yeah.
And the kids could watch us. And as they're watching it, they're going to try it with us.
Okay.
We're only there. I got this from a video. There's 6 on this video. We're only going to do one of them during this helping others session.
Okay.
I'm going to link the video for teachers to try. They're just fun activities you can do. You can do them while waiting in line to go somewhere, or it doesn't require any talking. You can do them sitting, standing. So we're just going to try it like this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's the tap and sweep, and I really, really wanted to train my brain before you got in here and be like really awesome at it.
It's gonna be hard, huh?
No. But I was like, we're gonna do it together. Okay, we're gonna do it together. All right. So the idea is you have one knuckle here. This is gonna be your tapping hand. Okay, and then you're gonna sweep. And then can you turn so the kids can see it? So okay, let's try it again. So you have make sure my microphone. Okay, you have a tap, and then sweep. Got it? Oh, you're gonna see a little tapping there. Okay, so I'm gonna stop, and we're gonna change it. So now we're gonna go the other way.
That's really hard.
Your brain's never done it before. You gotta train your brain.
It definitely takes some time to get used to.
So you change your hands, and then sweep, tap, and sweep. I see. This one's harder for me.
So I'm tapping.
And sweeping at the same time. Okay, we're going to have to practice that as a school. We're going to have to practice that as a school.
That's going to take some time. I'm not very good at that at all.
But it's your first time doing it. And honestly, when you try something, you're not usually great the first time you try it.
No, but it means our brain's growing, so.
Yeah. That's why I really wanted to try it before you got in here, so I'd be awesome at it to be like, you are a rock star. But I didn't do that.
It's really hard.
So I'm going to attach the video for you guys to do in your classroom. And just, feel like need a little moment to train your brains. You guys can try these activities. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And I really appreciate you coming down. You have a really busy schedule. So
I really appreciate it.
It was fun learning about you and your animals.